was only like, do we get rid of the fortresses? Oh, we don't have like an energy grid or anything like that here. Which seems like a bit of a no-brainer, looking at the productivity of these buildings. So yes, let's get an energy grid. But what I was really thinking was the... maybe we get some unity. Temple's going to be better, isn't it? In the long run. Let's replace it with a temple. And I guess the gene clinic. Yeah, because I think the gene clinic, when it's upgraded, it will give just as much unity anyway. And I'm not worried about defending these anymore. Well, we've only got the one stronghold. Just replace it with a temple. Is probably the better idea. I mean, it'd be nice to get a. I haven't said that the modifier, whatever, probably isn't going to be more than. We've got up to 20%, it'd be 30. So yeah, the modifier is going to be. There's no point replacing these with something that's going to give you a modifier. I don't think. It won't give you as much. Oh. Matt, I've got this Federation fleet and I don't know what to do with it. Well, I've got nothing to do with it. You want to let me go to war? Sure, let's continue that deal. How are you doing over here? 88%. I'll come back to that later. I'll start upgrading the ring. Reach into the shroud. Let's see what happens. Increase happiness. I like the lifespans thing. Oh, it was a curse. Empire influence gain. Oh yeah, we've had that before. Influence is doing pretty good though. We no longer have the subjugation thing. So annoying.
Construction online.
Although it's not like we can't just do it again. But the human's going to block us all the time. Let me have a look at my edicts. Yeah, we might as well get the farming subsidies. Although, yeah, I figure it caps at 200%. Anyway, so but might as well, it keeps it for 17 years. I don't know what to do about this then. All our fleets are kind of in position. Are you not all grouped up? Maybe we'll demand vassalization again. I'm sure one of my other allies will go to. Oh, I know what we'll do. Let's orchestrate a war. Ah, science nexus constructed. Right, let's get one of our rings repaired. Yeah, we've already got a star base above this one, so we'll see about getting these upgraded. Right, we are going to move all our ships and fleets and stuff all over here. There's no planet over here. Oh, I should really get... Let me get my smaller secondary fleets. So here, I suppose. Where's my construction ship? I think it's about time we claimed that.
Construction online.
We're gonna see about provoking these guys. Okay, resource storage full. Oh, you broke... Oh, hang on a minute. I wonder if you had any treaties. Is that why you didn't want to go to war? Not with me, with the Euroc. Just a research agreement. Well, the treaties end when you go to war, though, which is bizarre, which is odd. Oh, you're not doing anything. You really should be. Oh, let's get these things going first. Yeah, we've got all the kind of the unique buildings, haven't we? Or planetary unique buildings going. Yeah. So there's probably a more optimal order, but it's fine.
Construction online.
Oh, hello. Are you doing that one world challenge thing? I wouldn't call it a one world challenge. Well, no, it's not. Because I've got all these worlds. I don't know. I started off with the Gaia world. Yeah, Life Seed. So I started off with one planet. It was basically around the year 400. It's about 200 years before I got my second planet, which was it was a ring, I believe. Ring habitable section A was the first place I colonized. So we got a few more since then. We managed to terraform. We got the Ascension perk to terraform some planets. So, but we're only going for the big one. I kind of set myself the rule that I'm not gonna have any sectors. Yeah, start with the Gaia world. That's what I did. Oh, how do you start with the Gaia world? It was part of the Apocalypse expansion. You get the Civic. No. Oh, it must have been a Civic, actually.
Construction online.
Oh, that's weird. So yeah, it was the life-seeded perk. This Civic cannot be added or removed after the start of the game. We had an event a little while back, because we were doing the Shroud with the Ascension thing. And our leader was immortal anyway, and we basically declared her a god empress. It's not quite like preference. It's actual Civic, but the annoying thing is a bit weird because I technically have an Alpine preference. That's what I had to select. It doesn't actually, that's different, but you select the Civic and it makes everything else uninhabitable other than Gaia worlds. But then the texture effects, I think I had some issues with when I was looking at the expansion planner. Stuff is still coming up as colonizable, even though it wasn't. I got certain text. Oh, we've got another species which we're trying to get rid of, which is ruining this a touch. Yes, technically these were still appearing in the list and showing up saying that when they were Alpine worlds, even though I couldn't habit them, it still considered them. With my 4 trade points on getting venerable. Oh, I didn't know you could get immortal leaders. Well, I've only got the one. It was because of I went down the Ascension perk. I got the Ascension perk Transcendence. So my guys are all psychic and stuff. And you can go into the Shroud, which will probably appear in Abyss like every 5 years or something like that. And early on we got something that basically made a character the chosen one. There's only one person. Not all our leaders are immortal though, so you know, all our other leaders, I mean, some of them got extended lifespans at the moment because of an event we had. So he's going to live to 190, but a newer one just lived to 150. We did change our people at one point to give them the longer lifespan. We can do a bit more genetic manipulation, but it doesn't. I don't know if we'll lose a psionic trait if we do that. I've kind of ignored that now. I think one of my plans at one point was to change that into
Construction online.
Your materialist, so probably wouldn't work. No, I think it's more of a spiritualist thing. Yeah, I'm not sure what the requirements were. Oh, it doesn't tell me. Yeah, do it on another playthrough. I guess it's not. Yeah, mind over matter. If you've gone down the robotic path, I don't know. It doesn't tell me what the requirements were now. I honestly can't remember what the requirements were. You might have to be a certain amount spiritualist, and you probably can't be. I know this is like you can't go down the robotic ascension. How can you see when their lifespan runs out? If you go to on the leaders tab, you hover over their age. Oh, and then let me just pause it. If you hover over their age, it tells you. Well, you can't say when they're going to die, but basically, while their age, here it says, while its age is under 130%, 130, he's got no chance of dying. They don't automatically die when they reach that age, but then they get a percentage chance. Oh, 215 you live up to. But then there's a percentage chance that slowly grows. I haven't got anybody who's on that anywhere near there, but yeah, it slowly grows over time, and then I guess the older you get after then, you get the there's the likelihood of them dying of old age increases. I'm always sure you have to be spiritualist, yeah, probably, to ascend. That would be my guess. I can't remember. Is it in the base game? I don't know. Possibly not, because the Ascension stuff, can you get Ascension perks on the base game? Because I think they might have added some of it. They added some of the Ascension perks when the last update. They added. It used to be part of the Unity expansion. You're doing your first playthrough.
Online.
Yeah, it used to be part of the Unity expansion, but I think they added it in with Apocalypse when they did the update for that. But I already had it, so I'm not sure exactly. But I don't think all the Ascension perks were included. I think some of them are, but not all of them. So maybe it doesn't. Maybe that one isn't there. Right, these guys. I think these guys are gonna. They suddenly don't encroaching borders. -200. Here we go. Filthy beasts, you have encroached upon our space for the last time. Withdraw immediately, or we will cleanse a stain upon the universe. That is your worthless species. No, that's alright. They now have punishment cast a spell eye against us. Our fleets are in position, right? Particularly our... yeah, that's our Federation fleet. Now, where's our... oh, you are there. Our main fleet. So yeah, we got our Federation fleet and our main fleet. And a star base. We've got 400k worth of strength here. Please, come and declare war on us. I'd be happy to. Hang on. Oh, I just found my first aliens. Oh, you're really early on then. Oh, so it's not just like I mean, to be fair, I mean, like, I haven't played, I say I haven't played that much. I played this game when it first came out, and I didn't like it. Well, I did like it. There were just certain aspects of it I really didn't like. They've improved a lot, though. It's like the colony manager is great. It was the main thing that brought me back. I basically played the game last year when Unity expansion came out. And I played as a Ravenous Swarm. And then I played this game. And that's basically... Other than that, actually, I played tons last year using the Star Trek New Horizons mod. So it's a little while, and Apocalypse did change a lot. So, I mean, I'm 250 years in. 260? No, 360. So I'm quite a ways into it. Yeah, let's have a look. I mean, I'm in the same system with one of their science ships, and it's kind of awkward. Just two science ships being in the same system without even trying to contact each other. Oh, can you not understand them yet, I guess? And they've been like that for 6 months. By 3.0 the game is going to be playable. And by 4.0 it's going to be great. I don't know why playable. I see people saying stuff like that. It's like a lot of people didn't like this out there. I think it's amazing. I mean, there's issues. There always is. And when you have a finished game, you could just buy all the DLC. Oh, and have a finished game. Yeah, Paradox is a bit funny with their whole DLC and stuff. Although, I mean, I don't know. Once you've got it, you've got it. You don't really think about it again. So think about what they do kind of cloud the issue with what's... I was thinking about it, it's like, well, I decided that the main reason I got the actual expansion because I wanted to play Life Seed. I like that idea. But you don't need the Colossus, you know, and stuff. It's like all the best updates came with the free update expansion. You don't think there was much content without the DLC? I mean, I don't not have the DLC. I mean, I don't know. I mean, there's still plenty you can do. I don't know. I mean, I could play a game without it. I mean, Utopia is pretty big, but with the Ascension perks, I know, like I say, they added a lot of that back in now, so I don't know what you really get. Yeah, you don't. I don't know. You'd have to. I would recommend double checking what you actually get with each DLC because it all kind of blends into one. To me, Leviathan, the actual Leviathans themselves are a bit, alright, they're kind of cool. Not that great, but I think it adds a load of other stuff in the back, like a few extra events pop and stuff. I got Synthetic Dawn only just recently, but I don't think I'm really using anything from that. That allows you to start a race as a robotic empire, which is kind of cool. Oh, and new music. Oh, the music's great, don't get me wrong. But off the kind of top of my head, I don't know. I don't know what I would recommend. Utopia... Oh, I don't know. I honestly don't know. They do make it confusing because they added some of the Utopia stuff. Oh, this is the thing. Yeah, the QT pack where you get the gecko and stuff. Oh, did they not add them in? I don't think they were a paid DLC, right? I did get the humanoid pack, mainly because I wanted their ships. And it's like, yeah, was it worth it for the price? Probably not. But, you know, I wanted it. As far as, I mean, didn't really add anything from a gameplay point of view, but it's like, I did like to look at these ships. Not really so much the actual alien portraits. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I want their ships too. But that's the thing, yeah, you know, you don't... I think with those ones, it's like, well, if you like the look of them, get them. But if not, don't. You can normally find them relatively cheap. I tell you, man, I want to say Games Planet. I ended up buying stuff off Games Planet. You can find some discount codes. Is it Games Planet? I honestly can't remember where it was, where I got this Apocalypse one. But you can normally find places where it gets a bit cheaper and, I don't know, wait for a Steam sale and stuff. Some of these bits. I don't often... I mean, it's a bit different if I'm now making content and stuff. Oh, hang on, what's going on? Oh, you want... Well, you want to declare war on the Krifkians. Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Give me a second. Let me just think about this. When does this run out? Have I... 25, 61, 10, 10, 10. Now this isn't going to be my war, but we're going to be dragged into a war with you guys as well. I don't think this is going to work. I don't think this is how it works. Okay, so we've got that now. Because if we have claims against them... Sure, we'll vote yes.
Warning, war has broken out.
But it's not our war. Have you really started a war when there's nobody, like, there? I'm still kind of expecting these guys to declare war on me, which I'm going to wait. You can just deal with this war by yourself, guys. I would totally demand that we're conquering them all. Well... Yeah, because I'm still getting a little, still trying to work out how the war system kind of works now. Because when we were going after Picata, we were vassalizing them, but our Federation allies could get their claims. So they took a lot of their systems, and then we vassalized what was left. Yes, I'm in a Federation. Hang on. Yeah, let me catch up on the chat. Just... I have 900... Hang on. Oh, Rocket League. I have 950 hours in it and bought all the DLC just to use it once. Yeah, well, you know, when you think about the cost of the game and stuff, it's like... It doesn't bother me. It's like, it depends. It's like, if I've got the... I don't know, when you put that much time into a game, it's like, if you're just looking about, I don't know, cost to thing ratio. How do you get that much influence? One of the ambitions... Because I've got to remember, I'm very late game at the moment. But one of the ambitions, these things, because I filled out all the Unity, you can then use your Unity on ambitions. Is a tech you get later on which allows you to do these. But one of them, which they only just added in the recent patch, gives you 5 influence a month. And I can't remember where we get the other ones. We get some of it from God Empress gives us 1. We're authoritarian, so we get an extra half. We're getting 2.86 from factions and 1.5 from our rivals. I want to start playing Stellaris, but my cat's laying on me. Can't wake him up. Yep, I can understand that. So I'm glad you're watching me instead. That's a good enough reason. I'm going to put that down as I want to try to work out, why do people watch me? Somebody had a cat lying on him, and he couldn't, and didn't want to disturb the cat and play the game himself, so he watched me instead. Is a Federation good? It's interesting. You get hold of their mechanics, so because I kind of decided to go relatively tall, I don't want to just conquer the whole galaxy for this playthrough. That's what I kind of decided. I did kind of, I mean, I've expanded my empire a little bit, but I very much got to a stage early on. I was like, well, I'm not expanded anymore. And I kind of just been mostly, I mean, you might want to consider, I mean, largely a lot of this I've been learning stuff as I go. So with the whole Federation mechanics, like some of my earlier streams, which I put all up on YouTube, by the way, I cut them up into hour chunks so they're easier to manage. But some of the early ones, when I'm trying to figure out how some of this works, you do get access to the Federation fleet, which basically every member of the fleet of the Federation adds 20% of their naval capacity into a Federation fleet, and then some of the Unity perks increase that, so we can have and everybody can contribute it. And when everybody spends 10 years as president, so now we've got like 5 members. It's like I've got to wait. I'm president at the moment, but yeah, in 2 years the fleet's going to go to somebody else. and they'll get hold of the fleet for 10 years. And I'll have to wait 40 years before I get hold of it again. So it's a good way, it's like those 10 years, like, right, okay, well, let's make the most of those 10 years. Part of me is like, well, it's before I've like built up the fleet, built the Titans for the fleet, hoping the AI will use it better. He's actually quite an idiot. Oh, I have to get me a cat. I can see these other streamers have like a cat camera, and it's like, I had to do that. He figured out if he jumps up on the handles of the door, he can open it. So he opens my door and jumps up on my chair. Can't you just leave at the moment, since you're obviously stronger than them? I do think I am obviously stronger than them. I can leave, but yeah, I'm only keeping this. The fleets, the Federation fleet is the 244k one. That's twice as strong as my fleets. Well, not twice as strong. My actual fleets combined total about 144, and the combined fleet is 244. And I'm going to lose that in a couple of years. So, and I'm not looking to just conquer everybody at the moment. So, because I'm going for the Federation victory at this point. Let's have a look. Let's see how we're going. So if our Federation owns... Are we getting... we're getting there. If we basically get another 40 planets, 43 planets within our Federation as a whole...
the enemy has revealed its hand.
Yay! But isn't your fleet... Hang on a second. Right. But isn't your fleet part of that fleet? Only 20% of it. Like, our naval capacity is reduced by 20%. It's not my fleet itself. You actually build Federation ships. Oh, hang on a minute. Yeah, so you've got the Federation ship designer, so you build separate ships. You all share technology as well, though at this stage of the game that doesn't really matter. So you can build ships with all our combined technology. And then you build specific Federation ships. And they form the Federation fleet. It's not technically my ships, although I might have built them at some point. The Kasem. The Kasem are actually subjugated by the Valdari, who we were at war with. There's a couple of other factions. The Valdari, who are they were a fallen empire. They basically want to protect everybody by getting them to be vassals. It's like they don't trust us to look after us. 20% of 250k isn't like 50k. Yeah, thereabouts. But then it gets doubled as well, thinking about it. But don't forget, when I get hold of their Federation fleet, I get 20% of all theirs as well, I guess. Hitler also wanted to protect everyone. Yeah, I guess that's all. Dictators all have their own justifications. But yes, not these ones. But yes, they're in a faction. They got the Kasem to bow down to them. And then there's another faction. Can't remember what they're called, but they're very weak. The Uruks and stuff. Who we're actually at war with at the moment. Anyway, declaration of war. Foul beast. Foul beast. So it worked a lot easier than I expected. We were trying to provoke these guys and it worked. Because they've just been there forever. You're just going to try and decontaminate border territories. Okay. I've got to send war goals, so I'm... Oh, can I only humiliate them? Oh, I haven't got any claims. Or we can manage claims. How much does this cost? 30, 45. It's going to cost me 90 to claim their home worlds. We might do a similar thing and boot them out of their worlds. And, oh, hang on. Oh, I didn't actually make the claims. Okay, that's cool. So we will... Okay, so we've got claims, and we're going to humiliate them. Cool. Hang on a second. Kind of scared of loading up the game because I finally found aliens. What type of aliens are they? By the way, if you have any nuclear missile boats, can you call them atomic boom boats? We're way beyond nuclear weapons. And there's a whole weird thing. I'd have to. I have got something, a kind of a fleet like that. Hang on, let's have a look at my ship designer. There's my missile boats, but they use devastator torpedoes, which I guess are not atomic weapons. And I guess we've got these, the neutron launchers, which is not so easy to change the name of a class of ships. Wait, hang on, let's have a look. What are you guys doing? You're just going to attack that starbase. Okay. We're going to lose our Federation fleet in a minute. Run away. I'm going to get you guys to come in here and get that. Yeah, let's get our health cane campaign going. Oh, we've got enough. I'm going to go with desperate measures because we're technically in a defensive war, which means we get 100% ship build speed and we'll get extra 40% home territory fire rates. Don't think we necessarily need it. I'm just a pathetic species right here. Keep an eye, you might be able to make friends with those aliens. To be fair, I often find with games like this so complicated, you don't know what exactly you're doing, and you just kind of... He's even after this one, it's like, oh, I've got loads of ideas, like... Because I want to start my own federation next time. I just joined a federation. I was pacifist. I started off as pacifist, and it was more limiting than I thought it might. Oh, missing war goals. Oh. Okay. I hadn't actually set the war goals. Okay. Well, let's have a look. I feel like I'm letting some parts of my empire get neglected. Well, you're actually still building stuff, so that's kind of alright. You... Okay, it's only you that's got stuff. We might as well carry on queuing stuff up. There we go. Let's get these guys to jump over here. Oop. Yep, they're going. Oh, I possibly didn't want to send the Colossus over here just yet. Let's get these guys to face the right way. God, this fleet's ridiculous. And they're just going to say, oh, they've got a Titan. They'll just send their fleets for me. How's our other war going? Oh, I've got a ship over there. What have I got? I think you've got really confused because you were just reinforcing one of my fleets. Oh, hang on a second. I accidentally chose the avian name package. So all of my ships... they're called something plumage, so I got angry and called my science ships dumb, dumber, and dumbest. And now in these events, the crew of the dumb fucking ship managed to open the pod. Yeah, I've got a similar kind of thing because we're the barely competent empire, because I named it after my channel, and our species are barely competent. So, and our home planet was competent. So yeah, well, I get that similar kind of thing come up all the time. Now let's I haven't done this in a little while. Let's Let's watch. In slow-mo. You can see a lot more what's going on. I guess those are transport ships. Oh, is that the Titan going down already, or is it just at a funny angle? It's a bit difficult to see what's going on. Oh, we've got so many ships, though. See if we get see the Titan. Have we just actually... Oh, there's a Titan. One of our Titans firing its perdition beam. And look at all our fighters and stuff. Oh, I do love this. That's the reason I want fighters. I don't know how great they are, but just because of the look on the fleets makes me think it's all like Star Wars and stuff. Oh, is that it? Are we done? Oop. Oop. Wrong button. There we go. Let's have a look. How did our fleet do? We lost the Corvette. But we did take out the battle cruisers. They managed to jump away. The escorts jumped away. I just got 60 society research from an event, and my investigation of the aliens cost 60 society research. But it didn't finish. After that, it's... Oh, flagella fighters. Oh, yeah, I don't... yeah. I don't... they are. I think they are technically good. I've seen that. I don't really like... I'm choosing not to use them out of a more of a... I don't know, just because I like the strike craft better, as opposed to these weird amoeba things. But yeah, I think they are technically better. I've seen some videos where people crunch the numbers and stuff. Okay. Let's not... Let's just try and get in here quick as... How long until the fleet goes? Not that long. It becomes a lot more difficult when I don't have the Federation fleet. Oh, let's turn it off slow-mo now.
Construction online.
Visuals matter most. Yeah, up to a point. I mean, it's like, I'm not 100% min-maxy. It's just more thematic. It's just like, I don't know, these weird floaty alien blob things. I don't know. As opposed to like actual fighter craft. I don't know. Yeah, sometimes you just have to make those choices. The rule of cool comes first. Is or I'm all for good strategy and everything. But yeah, rule of cool. I feel like I'm forgetting something really important. I'm sure it's not that bad. Oh, technically I'm at war with these guys, aren't I? I think I've got plenty of star bases on my borders. I mean, I think there are ways to get around, but I don't imagine they're going to do much. We'll come and start taking these systems after this. We can turn all the Eurocs into spiritualists. Oh, excuse me. Okay. Current system with a lot of research, but wanted to save up my yield influence, so I could block off that other empire about time. Yeah, that's what I kind of did. I mean, when I did it here, I forget now. You have to look at some of my earlier episodes, but it's like, I know I got this system, and this system fairly early on. So I met these guys first. I actually had a lot of space. I think in my next game I'm going to up the amount of aliens so I don't have it quite so easy. But then I kind of raced to here and here. These guys hadn't spread out over here though. This was all largely empty. There was a fallen empire here. But I kind of like, I actually went and claimed myself a bit of a border because this was going to be my original border. And then I filled in the gaps. Yeah, that's what I... Your influence is a lot more... Once you're going around claiming systems, once you've stopped claiming systems, the influence, you're not in as mad of a rush to use it all. I haven't even got my other fleet in, it's kind of lagging behind because it jumped earlier. We managed to get here in time, I wasn't sure if we would make it, a couple of months. Because even though it does transfer, it's not like the fleet just disappears, so... Yeah, let's get you to do some bombardment. Oh no, not you. Let's get you to just go and claim these systems. The Federation fleet will get you to start bombarding here. We'll get you two to jump into the system now. And we get this one to just... Yeah, you can go there and stay there. I don't know what happens with their... if some of their fleets were retreating earlier. So I guess they jumped to the nearest starbase. If they don't have a starbase, I don't know what happens. How are their planets? Oh, they're strong. Let's get you to see the lights. Oh, you need 200. Oh, you need 200 influence to colonize near them. Yeah, I did a bit of a line. It wasn't like I didn't skip systems, but I made a beeline. So it's like here, for example, it's like, oh well, I can't remember. I think I kind of went this way first, but it's like, you know, I'd go for a line from my home system up to like here, the quickest route possible. So it's just like your territory looks a bit snaky. I need 180 to colonize the research system. Oh yeah, I would definitely just make sure you, because it's only like, it should only be 50 or 80 or whatever to do a neighboring system. So you're probably better off, you know, claiming the systems nearer to you in a line, but doesn't have any planets. So I don't know if I should build an outpost there just so I can get tech faster. No, I would wait. I'll wait until you get there. Just push out, like... aliens near me are fanatic militarists and authoritarian. Haha, wonderful. But yeah, I would slowly push out in all directions because the influence cost is a lot cheaper. Like the influence for like a neighbouring system is like half the cost than one that's further away. Unless you think they're really going to get there first. But yeah, definitely go for bottleneck systems. It doesn't have to be right on their border. I mean, like, how good are we talking research-wise? Because you'll probably find, I don't know how much you've explored elsewhere, but you might find that, you know, you just find another one around the corner. Oh, we lost a few ships that time. It's all relatively low tier stuff, though. Let's get you reinforcing. And you as well. You can go start bombarding that one. Where's the... Right, you're getting in range. Where's my transport fleet? Oh, let's get you both over here. I don't know why you haven't... Oh, that's a bit weird. I'm going to get you to jump a bit. Oh, of course, because I was actually building this, wasn't I? Oh, it's fine. You'll figure it out eventually. The The system has 3 physics, 5 society, 2 engineering. Keep in mind I'm still really... Yeah, of course. But I mean, you can still get lucky and find even better places nearby. I don't know. It depends on the anomalies and stuff. I mean, like I had a... Well, I think there was aliens in there, so I can attack it straight away. But yeah, there's not... I mean, it's without seeing your actual map and stuff. Yeah, you only have to see... Yeah, that's, I mean, that's not unusual in the early game. But still, I'm just thinking there's a lot of influence. Influence takes a while to build up. I'd rather... Personally, what I would do is expand out in all directions, but kind of beeline for those. I wouldn't... Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, but I wouldn't... It feels like a waste to me to jump to a system. Like... That's going to cost twice... I don't know, I haven't got a good example. But if you're going to skip one, and as a result it's going to cost you twice as much, well, you might as well just get the one that's in between as well. Because then that will cost half as much, and then once you've done that, the one next to it, the one you were going for, is going to cost half as much. And maybe there's more than a couple in between, but that's just my idea. I don't know if it's best. I mean, solely could be more optimal ways. I'm sure there is, in fact. There's probably like a ratio. There's probably sometimes when it is worth it and sometimes when it isn't. But I don't think there's always an exact right and wrong answer. And I think that's why what makes the game more interesting is that it's not always that simple. What are you guys all... You're all... Oh, I can't actually see your planet. I guess you're all just militarists, right? Oh, for xenophobes. Well, you're going to be spiritualists now. In a minute. Oh, see, we lost our Federation fleet. It's now gone to the Gambius. They're not moving it though, because we're still all in a war together.
Incoming transmission.
No, I do not want migration. Have we not booted all of you out yet? Still 10 of you left. Ooh. Sorry, I just said that. Shiny big... You can only have 3 outposts. Hang on a minute. You can only have 3 outposts. Oh, hang on a minute, hang on a minute. You are updated to the latest updates, right? Because I know this is an expansion thing. Because you've got a starbase limit, and then there's an outpost limit, and they're 2 different things. You can have as many outposts as you want. They cost you a bit of maintenance. They cost you some maintenance, but you can only have so many starbases. You can only upgrade it to a star. You can only upgrade so many to a starport. Yeah, that's how it used to be. You used to have to build frontier outposts and they cost influence. Yeah, it's completely different. So the whole point is like, so you build outposts everywhere, but then I'm only building star bases on the choke point system. So that's what I did early on. And then I fully upgrade them into full-blown star bases. But all of these are all, you know, this is just a normal outpost. You know, there was a way of looking it up. It was based on my Unity I could see I had. Because I got an extra star base for every 20 outposts you have, you can then, it increases your outpost, your star base capacity by 1. That's one of the things. Because, yeah, you know, I'm only on 21. Thank you for explaining that. Yeah, it's a big thing. Changes the game completely, right? By the way, did you know the expansion planner screen? I had somebody else who isn't new to the game, didn't realise this was a screen, and you can use this to help colonise, choosing which planets to colonise. It's yeah, it's quite easy to miss stuff, I guess. Oh, the expansion planner. If you go onto the more tab at the top, expansion planner, but then you can kind of sort them by what percentage of habitability is it colonizable is within my world. I mean, I'm purposely choosing not to colonize half of these, but then you can, is it surveyed, you can sort it by how the distance or how big it is and stuff, which species you want it to be compatible for, stuff like that. Really super handy. They didn't have that when the game first came out, and it got so tedious finding planets for colonizing. Oh, have we? Right, I kind of missed the thing. Doesn't matter. We'll go and shine divine light on there. How are we doing here? Yeah, we just keep bombarding it until we may as well, especially seeing as you guys are here. Their war exhaustion is massive. Just because I've completely destroyed all their ships, I guess. Oh, let's get you to come back here. I need to get my core systems up, I think. Because I've got 2 ruined rings I want to repair. But I think I probably want to colonize that system as well, seeing this has got the Gaia worlds. And it's going to have the Fallen Empire stuff. Because I don't think I'll have huge choice. Yeah, you come into orbit here as well. Deathlock. You could possibly brute force this, but it would take more damage than needs be. How are my guys compared to yours in general? 5 to 10, 10 to 20. Deathlock. Do you know how to get better relations? Kind of. I mean, trading with them helps. Being rivals with their rivals, I mean, it's not an easy way to kind of brute force it, like force somebody to be your friend. But if you figure out what they like, I mean, the Bacata, they were slave and despots, first people I met, but they were always really friendly with me. They're not anymore. They're now my vassals and are now xenophobic isolationists. You know, a lot's happened since then. But they were slave and despots, and I was really worried about them being an issue. But we had Rakata. The Rakata had this system, I believe. And the Rakata had all of this. Yeah, so we both bordered the Rakudon. And I think the only reason we were friendly with the Bacata was because we were both rivals with the Rakudon. So your best way is, I think that's what I generally found. Same with these guys, the Ganfias, we were friendly with them to begin with. They still don't really like the fact that we're autocratic and stuff. But because we all had a shared rivalry with it's kind of like the friend of my friend is my... No, the enemy of my enemy is my friend, not the friend of my friend is my enemy. Doesn't work that way around. But then as soon as we lost borders with these guys, we were no longer rivaled with them. Then we had real trouble with these guys then. But the Bacata carried on liking us for whatever reason, which always kind of confused me. But I don't know. I mean, these guys don't like me, but they're my vassals now, so it doesn't really matter if they don't like me. That's always the other thing. You work your way up to this Colossus. You can change the ideology of a planet. That kind of works. I don't even necessarily make them like me, but it will make all their people believe in the same thing I believe. Oh, I can't. Oh, that's weird. The camera's Why can't I move the camera so much? Where's the keys? Suddenly aren't. Oh, it's just weird. I think it might have been because I was too close to that planet. Or maybe I just can't zoom in any further. Who's rivaling? Oh no, non-Varadin. So Fancy has declared the Valdari their rival, okay. And now they all believe in the same thing we do. They're all spiritualists now. Right. Okay. Let's see about actually taking some of these worlds, eh? Can we? Where's my other... Alright, let's wait for you guys to get here. Then we'll see about invading some of those planets. Oh, how can you see your empire in the same screen as you see other? I'm not sure, you know. There is a way, I think. It's it's not easy. If you go into contacts, you get some of this information here. I think that's it, actually. You get, I think that's as close as you get. Yeah, this gives all the diplomatic status of bits. It's awkward, actually. I don't often bother because you have to go in here into your contacts and then find yourself in the contacts, and it's not so bad at the moment, but it's a bit of a faff, so I often don't. I often look at other people as like, who's in my federation? I know these people are in my federation. Let's have a look at what he says. Okay. I normally, it's like if I don't want to know what kind of a deal I've got with some people. Problem is, I don't know if there's a way to see the reverse of this, because you can only ask somebody to be your vassal if you're superior to them. I'm assuming the opposite of that is them. That means they have to be inferior. Oh, they're sending a fleet in here. We should really actually do something about that. Yeah, let's send our second fleet. Yeah, jump to here and then move around. Right, one of our scientists learning. We've got unemployment. Okay, let's. Like I say, what do we need? Don't really need. Oh, I guess we could get science, I suppose. I mean, minerals aren't gonna hurt. I mean, I know we're capped at the moment, but we're not necessarily going to be capped forever. We're getting like 1,000 energy now. Bonkers. Yeah, we'll just queue up a bunch of stuff. Just really go for the minerals, I guess. Because there are times when we have to replace a good proportion of our fleet and our minerals are low, and then we want to upgrade a thing. Upgrade a ring or something. Think of which, how is that doing? 300 days. You guys can jump. Oh. Jump to there. How's our other war going? We do seem to be kind of winning. Right. I go help them out once this war's done. Oh, man, there's too much going on here. Let's get you to join them. Right, and once you're there, we should be able to go in no problems. In fact, we could probably start the attack now.